The Bible tells stories about prophets. A prophet is someone who shares God's message with his people. They remind people to follow and obey God. One of the most famous prophets was a man named Elijah. Elijah was courageous and bold. There was an evil king named Ahab who wanted people to worship an idol named Baal instead of God. Elijah knew this was wrong, so he invited the king and everyone who worshipped Baal to the top of Mount Carmel. Elijah said,
"How long are you going to worship this false idol and ignore God?"
No one answered him. So Elijah set up a challenge, a contest to see who could actually answer prayers, Baal or God. They built 2 altars, one for Baal and one for God. Elijah set some ground rules.
"We'll put wood and a bull on the altars and pray for a fire to start. Now, there are only 450 of you and only one of me. We'll see who actually gets a response."
So the men who followed Baal prayed for flames. They yelled at the sky all morning. They jumped, they danced, but by noon no fire had started.
"I guess Baal must be sleeping. Or maybe he's just in the bathroom."
This made them yell louder and louder until sunset. But still no fire appeared on the altar. When it was clear that their prayers were unheard and unanswered by Baal, Elijah said,
"Come closer. Watch this."
Elijah surrounded the altar he built for God with 12 stones. He dug a trench around it. Then he did something truly courageous. Because he believed in God's promise to answer prayer, Elijah poured water all over the altar. 4 full jugs of water. Then he did it again, and again, and again, until the wood was soaked and the trench was filled with water. Then Elijah prayed. He asked God to show everyone his power, and God did. God's fire fell. It not only burnt up all the wet wood and bull, but also the stones and the dust, and dried up all the water in the trench. God made fire destroy everything to answer Elijah's bold prayer. When all the people saw this, they immediately worshiped God. Elijah had the courage to pray big prayers because he knew God would keep his promises. God wants us to pray like that because we can count on him too.